Hey, what is going on, you guys? I hope you're having a great day so far. So what we're going to be talking about in this video here is the 3 habits that have absolutely changed my life, these rich people habits that I have learned from different mentors or different books that I have read out there. And I'm going to share with you guys each of these 3 habits and where I learned this important lesson. And I would highly recommend considering implementing these strategies into your life if you're looking to achieve more or basically, mostly have better financial success or success in any other area of your life. So a quick background on myself. I used to work that traditional 9-to-5 job. I was earning a salary of around, $65,000 per year. And about a year and a half ago, I left that job to pursue entrepreneurship and building my own online business. And in that process, I didn't start out making a ton of money, but I've now scaled that business up to a point where I'm earning, typically around $1,000 a day or more, sometimes even approaching $2,000. And to go from making, $60,000 a year to in some cases $60,000 a month requires a lot of different mindset changes and shifts. And these 3 things had the largest impact on this journey for myself. Number 1 is the 5-minute rule. And this is one that I just recently started implementing. And this basically eliminates procrastination entirely. The 5-minute rule is very simple. Anytime something comes up during the day, you think about it in your mind and you say, okay, is this gonna take me more than 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes? And any task that comes up throughout the day that's gonna take me less than 5 minutes, I just do it now. I don't bother putting it on a list. I don't put a reminder in my phone. I don't procrastinate. I will literally just do it right now. And what I found is that 90% of my day-to-day tasks that come up out of nowhere take 5 minutes or less, meaning that they don't end up going on a list. They get done right now, and then you don't have this buildup of things you are procrastinating on. Now, if the 5-minute rule is too much for you, you can change it to a 3-minute rule or even a 1-minute rule to get started. But getting rid of this procrastination has been absolutely huge for my success. Being able to get more done and not having these things pile up for me. Taking care of things as they come up. If they're going to take less than 5 minutes, do it now and get it out of the way. Now, as far as where I learned that lesson, I can't exactly remember. I believe it was just a simple YouTube video I was watching on how to be more productive. But after I heard that, I knew it was going to be an absolute game changer, and I started implementing that into my life from day 1. Number 2, the second habit that made a huge change in my life is following the 80-20 rule, which comes out of the book, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. If you guys have not read that book, make sure you grab a copy. I will link up to it in the description below. But the 80-20 rule is such an important concept, especially if you own your own business. And essentially what this says here is that about 80% of your results in your business or anything you're doing are derived from 20% of your efforts. And the other 80% of your efforts are yielding you just 20% of your results. And so if you eliminate that 80% and just focus on the 20% that is having the largest ROI for you, you're going to be so much more successful. And I implemented this strategy in my own business with affiliate marketing. Last summer, I was at a bit of a crossroads with my business. I didn't necessarily know how to grow my business past a certain dollar amount, and I had a number of different options in front of me. And I simply applied the 80-20 rule, and I trimmed out all the fat of my business. I had these things I was doing that were not making me more money. I needed to delegate more and get stuff off my plate. And I eliminated that 80% and then focused 100% of my efforts on the 20% that was driving most of the results. And as a result, I took my business from $10,000 or $15,000 a month to $30,000 to $60,000 in a very short period of time by putting all of my efforts on what was yielding me the most results. So applying the 80-20 rule to your business or your own life is another huge game changer, and it's a rich person habit you must develop. Third and finally is the $100 rule, and I actually learned this from a friend of mine. He has a YouTube channel called Bulldog Mindset. His name is John Somnez, and I was sitting down with him for dinner, and he basically told me about this $100 rule, where for him, he sets the dollar amount at $100. Anything less than $100, if he's spending money on it, he doesn't bother trying to get the best possible price because it's not worth his time to go out there and chase down a sale to save a couple of dollars. Now, does the $100 rule make sense for everybody? Absolutely not. If you're not in a position where you're making, six figures or multiple six figures, you may still want to try to save money on things when you're buying them. But you may find it makes sense to have a $5 rule or a $10 rule or a $20 rule, where if you're spending less than that dollar amount of money, you're not going to bother trying to get the best possible price for it because it's just not the best use of your time. So just to give you guys an example of that, when I was younger, my mom and I used to have to try to save a lot of money when we were grocery shopping, and so we would clip coupons on every Sunday. We'd go through the paper, clip out coupons, and we would go to multiple different stores to try to get the best possible deals, taking advantage of sales. Now at that point in my life, I wasn't making much of any money. I was pushing carts at a grocery store, and so it made sense for us to be saving a couple dollars here and there. Now at this point in my life, because I'm making substantially more income, it doesn't make any sense to clip coupons and try to save 50 cents or $1 because of how much I'm earning. My time is better spent earning more money as opposed to trying to pinch pennies and clip coupons and save a couple of dollars. So the dollar amount for this rule is relative to how much money you're earning. It might not be worth it for you to chase down a sale for something under $20, but if it's under $100, it might be. But I just want you guys to consider how much time you're spending chasing down sales and saving a couple of dollars, and whether or not that is the best and most effective use of your time. But anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Those are the 3 rich people habits that have had the biggest impact on my life and allowed me to be, a lot more successful than I was even 6 months ago and especially a year ago. And I would highly recommend, considering picking up at least one of these habits and making it a part of your everyday routine. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about these. Let me know in the comment section below what habits you follow, if you guys follow any of these habits or rules outlined. I'm always looking to learn new strategies and new ideas from you guys too. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.